Welcome into the Cafe Nightly Show. I am your host, the Goldsmith. It is the 6th of January, 2025, and we are back from the holiday season, the holiday malaise, the holiday break, with some news and again, an update that I kind of wish was a little earlier, but it is an energizing stroke. It is an energizing move to put a lot more effort, a lot more energy into people's collecting for the Wonderland collector score. We'll get into that. We'll talk about what it means, how you can use these tools. And again, part of the reason why I wish these tools were available earlier, small tool, but big value. And then we are looking at Discord contests really making their way back, flash challenges specifically hosted in Discord, making their way back, kind of meeting this promise on the head that we've already had from the team that Discord is going to have a new place in Upland or a renewed place in Upland. There's going to be more focus on Discord as a communication method. I know that one of the focuses of last year was kind of expanding other methods of communication, not saying that we're closing Discord, but that wasn't emphasized. And again, that emphasis back on Discord, and again, flash challenges being hosted in Discord, part of that refocusing. So we'll get into those as well, and kind of a rebound of an old, or bringing the old back as well, is we do see Upland news recaps coming back, and we used to have these weekly updates at the end of the week. Now these pieces kind of got moved into, or had been moved into, a feature by feature piece that X1 had been doing on a feature by feature basis. And then we're kind of back into these recaps where we have multiple things that are coming from the team. So something to watch your eyes out for as well. Before we get into all that, all views and opinions expressed by myself, mine and mine alone, shouldn't be taken as game strategy or financial advice. They represent the game of the team of Upland. All views and opinions of the guests or contributors who we do have on are theirs and theirs alone. Shouldn't be taken as game strategy or advice, financial advice. Doesn't represent myself, the Goldsmith, the Cafe Nightly Show, or again, the game or the team of Upland. Easy enough. Let's get in to, and let's take a look at the announcement as it sets, as well as kind of get into the meat and potatoes of what it means and how you can use it if you're trying to build your collector score for Wonderland Season 2025 or 4. Sorry, technically Wonderland Season 2024, even though we are ending it over the next few days. The 15th of January 2025 is the end of Wonderland Season 2024. And here it is, Wonderland Season 2024. Taking a look right here at the collector score update. Wondering what items count toward your collector score for the season? Look no further. The collector score for Wonderland Season for items is now here. Note, this list should include all the Wonderland items released to date and will update as new items drop. Okay. So new items include the fact that we have some reward badges, the reward block explorers that could come out. But what we do have right now is we have all the passes. We have two versions here. We have the Wonderland Pass 2024, the manufacturer. We have the Wonderland Summit Pass 2024, Wonderland Pass 2024 Extended, the creator. Wonderland 2024 Pass creator. Again, this was something that Upland did where they had extended the passes. The pass was redeemable the last week here before the following Tuesday, but they do have the extended another version or another available pass. Wonderland Pass 2024 extended the Tycoon. Wonderland Pass 2024 the Tycoon. Wonderland Pass 2024 extended the Builder, and obviously the rest of the passes here, the Builder, and then the extended manufacturer, and then of course when it is available, the pass for holding all of the different passes at the same time. The Summit Pass, of course, the 2024 right here. We do see that we also have our City Pass of the season. So that is the Park City Pass, the pass, the purchase and hold and be redeemable for a reserve property. And we have all the block explorers for the season. And this is kind of nice that we have one place to look, because ultimately, if you blinked, you missed it. There was multiple block explorer sales that happened this season, especially since we were in the holiday season, starting on December 1st, running through the 15th of January. We had a couple different sales. We had some leading up into the holiday. We had some on the holiday itself, the holiday of Christmas itself, and we did have the opportunity for people to participate in multiple Block Explorer sales. We have these Block Explorer sweetener sales throughout seasons, or sometimes a couple times throughout the season. That's what we saw this time around. And ultimately, if we want to go and take a look at some of these in the game, we do see there's a couple different series of Block Explorer that were released. These series were essentially separate sales, separate sweetener sales that we had during the Wonderland season 2024. We do see the Santa Claus right here. This Santa Claus, we can take a look. Oh, there it is. Was a Wonderland 2024 Santa Claus. That was a reward for all of the participants or the winners. Top 25 of the decor contest. So that is sitting there now. We do have Block Explorers for the redemption sales or for the sweetener sales. So we have a couple different versions of those sweetener sales as well. Ornament of Hope. If we go and take a look real quick at the game, we're going to see Ornament of Hope. We should see that this is New Year's 2025. This was a drop here, quick drop before New Year's 2025. A whole series here again. The New Year's 2025 Cheer, the Countdown Crown, the Glittering Toast, the Midnight's Majesty, and the Ornament of Hope, all part of that series. Again, if we go and take a look, we additionally had the Pixie Puff was part of the series for our elves, and we can take a look at those elves. That was their own sweetener sales series. Again, we ended up having 3 sweetener sales series during this season, so we can see as we look. As we look at each collection. Yes, there's limited numbers. Upland moved to this model of fewer of each Block Explorer. There we go, Pixie Puff. Fewer of each Block Explorer in these series. You have the blind sale. You purchase the bundle. You don't know exactly what you're going to get. More cheese. There you are. Boop, boop, boop to you too. You have the Block Explorer. You don't know which one you're going to get. You buy the bundle. They're very limited, each of the Block Explorers, 30 of each in this case. And we take a look at this series. We see that there's a few different Block Explorers in this series, of handful available for you. Blinky Bell, Pixie Puff, Sparkle Steps, Sugar Sock, and Twinkle Toast. And why does it matter? Why does it matter that we have these Block Explorers listed finally in one place so we can see what's out there? So you know what to shop for if you want to buy your place or buy your way up the leaderboard for the Wonderland season. The Wonderland season collector score determined by 3 factors. First factor being the badges you've earned this season, specific to Wonderland season. The second factor being your Block Explorers of the season, again, specifically 2024 Wonderland season. And finally, the passes here. So that allocates to 20% of your score comes from your passes, 30% comes from Block Explorers of the season, and finally, the last 50% is coming from the badges you have earned this season. So this is definitely going to be something where you could come up with 50% of your score on this list. The badges aren't as easy to go buy and sell and swap because you can't. You can't just buy a badge. The badge you can buy for this season was to buy the passes, to buy the Wonderland pass. You would burn one, you would get the badge, and that would be one of your badges for the season. And every other badge for the season of Wonderland season, you would have to earn or have to win. There is not a way to buy someone's badge off them, which is great because it makes that portion of the collector's score more about your competitive aspects rather than just competitive buying. But the competitive buying definitely can boost your score. Let's go take a look and remind ourselves ultimately what we're looking at when we talk about our collector scores and how they're working this season. Collector score, again, this is something that when we look at our collector score or collector's rank, what we're looking at is a composite score from the three separate categories from the season, 3 different assets. Keep in mind that we are headed into the end of the season. We do have another week here. Today is the 6th. The 15th is the last day of the season. giving us about a week to, or just over a week, to keep things up and keep going. Again, we do have 30% of that score coming from block score, 20% from passes, and 50% coming from badges. This does accumulate, this does add to your overall collector score, but it is also its own competition. Up for grabs, the Wonderland 2024 Tycoon Block Explorer, and then obviously there is a badge available for the top three. Top three get a badge. They get the Block Explorer. They get 1,000 Sparklet. 4th through 10th get 500 Sparklet. They get a Wonderland Block Explorer. Again, no badge. And then Wonderland Block Explorer for 11th through 25th. No Sparklet for you, but you do still get this Block Explorer here. Keeping in mind when we look at this, we do have our collector score rank out now. You can see where you are along the list. The easiest way to do that is to go to Wonderland score on this document. You can go and sort by the Wonderland score. And we can see top three right now: Shacklin, Wamawa, and Twilk. Lily Fields in 4th. Congratulations, Lily. Almost Human rounding up the top 5. We can see here that the scores obviously stand out and stand aside, where you have one person who is very far in the lead here. Second place is essentially 2/3, essentially 2/3 of the score that we do see in the top rank, and then we start to see things build back even further as we do come down the line. We can see those top 3 really being distinguished, or top 5 anyways, really being distinguished from the rest of the group here. So keep that in mind, that this really is an opportunity that may require some more investment. The easy thing to say is, since 50% of your score is coming from badges, if you're someone who has 2 or 3 badges this season, it's really going to put you in a different position than people who only have 1 badge or have no badges this season. Again, 50% of your score coming from badges, 2 or 3 badges earned. It's really going to put you a lot closer to the top of this list before you even start buying Block Explorers or buying collectors passes. So keep that in mind before you go too crazy on the passes, too crazy on Block Explorers, that you are only able to get 50% of that score raised by purchasing. 50% of that score, again, coming from earned, or in the case of the cosmetic pass burn or the season pass, by burning something that you purchased specific to the season. But that's only one of the badges available this season. So keep that in mind, that we do have 2 weeks left. Just over a week left, and only so much you can do to earn more passes at this point. What we are also going to see, or also did see today, is the Discord contest coming back. As I mentioned, this is something where Upwind was talking about moving a lot of the communication, moving the announcements, moving some of, congratulations to them. Oh, maybe the top 5? I'm going to go with that, Blue, that we're saying congratulations to our top 5. Yes, I mean, again, these are people who put some effort in. I think that the only thing I can say about the collector score is, I do like that a lot of the collector score is not about just dropping money and purchasing. It's about participating in events. Some of these events were less about purchasing and more about a creative aspect. We had the decor contest for this season, where you didn't have to have the most number of assets. You had to creatively decorate and creatively build out a scene on one of your properties. And by doing that, you could win A, a badge, and B, there's some other prizes along the way, Block Explorer included, where we do have a real opportunity for rewarding activity and creativity. When we talk about City Mint, we have badges that are awarded at City Mints for how quickly you purchase, for buying the most. Again, that's spending a lot. For buying the largest, which is can be costly, but is also a strategic move, and buying the smallest, which is a strategic as well as a quick collect type purchase as well. So there are a number of these badges that were earned without spending the most. Instead of spending the most, it's more about what you are doing as far as activity and how you're playing the game and some of the choices that you're making. We also had the badge for the top five finishers of the first ever road trip or road race in the game of Upland. the Christmas road race. And with that, again, these are people who put a lot of effort in. Yes, there is some assets involved, owning a car or having possession of a car, having that be the right car to race the quickest, that you can balance speed with recharge, with storage of sparklet as you are charging the car. But it really came down to dedication, time, and effort. So that is another one of these earned badges. So like I said, I can't complain too much that it's the people who put a lot of effort in that are getting the rewards here when we look at the top of that Wonderland season collector score ranking list. If we do take a look, like I said, we take a look at the flash challenges coming back in the game. This is something that, again, Upland was talking about moving these into the in-game. They did for a while. Flash challenges lost a little bit of steam again, and flash challenges are back in Discord, because I think that's possibly where they had more participation, where we saw more direct participation, where we could have it spur conversations in general, where it could be something that people can collaboratively participate and see what other people are saying and share that information. So we're bringing them back for our flash challenges, starting with this one. What are your Upland goals 2025? I think we did one for this in 2024 as well at the beginning of the year, where Upland put a prize out there for people to put out what they're planning on, what they're looking forward to in Upland in 2024. Well, in 2025, we're a little bit of a different landscape. We've had some interesting things happen in 2024. New features come out along the way. And a lot of promising features that aren't out yet, but are coming. So it is about your Upland. So what are your Upland goals in 2025? What do you want to do in the game? What do you hope to accomplish by the end of the year? Just wander on over to Flash Challenge. Flash Challenge in Discord is back. Flash Challenge channel to provide your response. Make sure to include your in-game name with your answer too. We're picking 5 lucky winners to win 25,000 UPIX each to celebrate 2025. Go figure. It is the 25th year number 25 and 25,000 UPIX. That all makes sense. So don't hesitate. Head on over to the Flash Challenge now. We'll run this until 9 a.m. PT tomorrow, the 7th of January. So get those in and get them in fast. So we take a look here. To be chief executive and earn more UPIX. Rudy 50. Oh, look at that. So we do have a number of entries here. I like to see a pile. Of entries, a number of entries, them coming in fast. And like I said, it does look like they are coming in much more quickly on the Discord side than they do when it's an in-game challenge. I'm glad they're back. I'm glad they're Discord challenges. And again, by being in Discord, it's more readily available for you to go back and read and have access to and see what other people are saying. And for this to bleed over into general, people have conversations, or this to spur conversation. So I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad that Upland has decided to bring these back into Discord. And it is your opportunity to kind of see what other people are saying. You can see what people's entries are, what they're looking forward to. Maybe it changes your plans for the year 2025. And maybe you put your ideas out there, and maybe you inspire someone else. Or maybe you keep some of your plans to yourself, some of your goals to yourself, so you can work on them independently. That's all up to you. But of course, 25,000 UPIX to 5 separate individual players, each gain 25,000 UPIX just for participating. Again, put in your goals for 2025. Make sure you include your in-game name so Upland can reward you if you are one of those lucky 5 winners. So looking forward to, again, more of these contests. Flash contests are a great way to kind of spur conversation that can bleed over into general conversation, that can get people thinking about the game, and potentially, and we've seen some of these topics and flash challenges do this, spur some activity, some different activity in the game of Upland, people doing different things, taking pictures, building things, and ultimately being a more invested part of the game of Upland. We do also have in our live updates a couple other small things. NFLPA Week 16 and 17 passes now available. They were delayed for the 16 passes. It was the holiday week. Not surprising that we kind of had those roll over to this week. So 16 and 17 NFLPA passes are available to exchange now, or they were available to exchange at 9:30 a.m. PT today. So they are available to exchange now. We saw the collector's score update and this idea that we know what to hunt for. So you can use this update, including the items that do calculate into your Wonderland 2024 score, collector score. So you get in, take a look, and go shopping. Potentially go visit a friendly meta-venture, buy a new Block Explorer, and maybe increase your score a bit. Upland news recap. Like I said, this is something that we have seen this go into single topics where an event or something's going on and there's more of an explainer for that individual announcement. But this is nice as well. It's something we've had in the past where we have these recaps of this happened today, this little thing, this little thing, this little thing. Inside of 5 minutes, Upland can give you the meats and potatoes of what they want you to look forward to. This happened. Now go and read the announcement type situation. That's what they generally do when we do these quick recaps. Some of the details may still be in the announcements. It's definitely worth getting in and reading more details when Upland puts a 5-minute explainer out like this. Good to see you, WW Dog. Glad you could make it in tonight. So that is definitely something to keep your eye on. We'll see more of these. This is available now if you're an Upland and live updates on their Discord in the game of Upland as well. We should be in live updates. You can take a look at that. The broad strokes of what's going on for announcements for the day. As we did mention, we are into the 2025 year. The flow is starting. It's back to work time. So we're looking forward to Upland getting back to work as well. We have a week and a half left of the 2024 Wonderland season. We are going to see that this season does end on the 15th of January. So reminders about the rest of the season as we do head into or head through the month of January. First and foremost, we do have the end of the season on the 15th of January. Any contests that are ongoing, like the ornament contest, does end on the 15th. We also have the end of the gamified earnings. So if you are earning more gamified challenges to increase your dividends, you have until the 15th to do so. That it also correlates with a drop, an airdrop of Sparklet. The more gamified tasks you complete, the higher your multiplier, the more Sparklet you'll get out of that drop. That drop tied specifically to people who did have Sparklet, owned Sparklet, had earned that Sparklet prior to TGE, and then kept that same Sparklet in the game of Upland Sense. So keep your eye out for that. Watch out for that. That is another contest to participate in, and that is a snapshot on the 15th of January. If you did earn Sparklet prior to TGE, you've held onto that Sparklet, kept it in the game of Upland. Now is the time to increase your number of gamified tasks, get a higher multiplier, and again, cash in after this next airdrop. Nice. Yes, Shabby. I mean, we had one airdrop. That airdrop was for the 30th. We have one more. This is the last airdrop for the TGE earnings that you had prior to TGE and kept in the game. So this is the last one, a snapshot on the 15th of January. We do also have coming to a close the next month, the continued build-up contest in New Orleans. That is a additional separate that's a separate airdrop for Sparklet. Again, more Sparklet that you have staked in the city of New Orleans. The higher your points or score, the more you're going to get overall share of that Sparklet reward for the buildup of the New Orleans or the city of New Orleans. And then we're going to continue to see as we do come into the end of the NFLPA season. We do have some season-long contests that are ongoing there as well. So if you are participating in any of those contests, reminder of dates on those. They are upcoming, and then we do know that we are about 3 weeks left on some of those contests for NFLPA. We are about to end the season for Wonderland season. And with the racing season coming to an end, reminder is racing season will end middle of this coming week, 15th, with the final end of the season races for the top tier racing category, being the 17th of January. So watch out for that if you are being competitive, if you are racing and trying to get at the top of those leaderboards. 15th is the end of that leaderboard for Wonderland season racing as well. We do look forward to the first quarter 2024 or 2025. Sorry, we do know that every quarter we tend to have an update of what's going on in the quarter, some new priorities in the game of Upland, and some things to achieve by the team. Hopefully, new features. We do know that this focus on doing some quality of life improvements in the game, pushing out new features, and continuing to grow and streamline some of the gamifications while bringing new players in, a new player base in, has been a focus of Upland for the last Wonderland season 2024. Would love to see Frost season 2025 kind of bring some of that to the table. So looking forward to announcements and updates there from Upland as well. But for tonight, thank you so much for being here Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. PT. Looking forward to getting started here in Frost season in just a couple weeks, and then again closing out strong the Wonderland season 2024 that we have just over a week left on. If you are in the Upland Discord Cafe, feel free to unmute your mics. The floor is yours.